It used to be thinking that robots are coming for physical jobs, but of course we know now that AI is coming for knowledge work as well. And I'm not telling you anything you don't know, but I wonder whether you're ready for that. Another thing, this is actually a bit older. I was speaking at the Australian Private Hospitals Association conference. This was in 2015. This is 10 years ago, more than 10 years ago, and this is even before we had ChatGPT and generative AI. And I quoted Vinod Khosla here. He's a tech entrepreneur, and he invests in a lot of medical and biotech things. And he was saying at the time, in 2015, he said that a lot of the changes that are going to happen in healthcare are going to be the result of AI. He didn't say that, but he said data science and software, which is now what we're calling AI, rather than medical breakthroughs. And this is true. It's already happening. I'll show you a couple of examples of this later. But again, those leaders in hospitals, private hospitals and healthcare leaders they were just pushing back against it and they said that that's not the case. Like healthcare and medicine is always going to be advanced by biology and research in biology. And yet we're seeing now that AI is having a huge impact here. So the reason I'm sharing that here is even if you're not in healthcare, just keep in mind that AI is going to continue to transform everything that we do. Okay, so a little bit of a warning for the future of AI. There's this quotation which I love by an American author, Upton Sinclair. And he said this: it's difficult to get somebody to understand something when their salary depends on them not understanding it. Okay, so it's a little bit cynical, but I just wonder, and I'm not going to ask you to share again in the chat, but is there anything that you've put blinkers on that is coming in the future and you kind of know it, but you don't want to admit it because it could be your job that's at risk? Okay, so just keep that in mind. So if I'm looking at my job speaking at conferences, is it possible that conference speakers are going to be replaced by AI in the future? Well, the answer is yes. It's already happening. There is Sophia the robot, who's a humanoid kind of robot, who's being booked to speak at conferences and do keynote presentations, when in fact they should be booking me. Right? And it's not because she's better than I am or funnier than I am, but she's giving the same sort of perspective into the future that I might be giving in a very different way.